He says armed men breaking into his home, his wife and children held at gunpoint. Our investigative reporter on this in a moment here. Tonight, former NFL star Richard Sherman sharing chilling home surveillance video. He says armed thieves broke into his home while his wife and children were inside, held at gunpoint. Here's our chief investigative correspondent, Aaron Katursky.
This is the moment former Seattle Seahawks star Richard Sherman says armed thieves in jackets and face masks burst through the window of his home with his family inside. One of the intruders appears to be holding a duffel bag and a gun. Police say the break-in happened just after midnight Sunday morning. The retired defensive back posting his wife and children were home at the time, adding, "Scary situation that my wife handled masterfully and kept my kids safe." Sherman sharing the images online and encouraging anyone that can help find these people to reach out. It comes as the FBI has been urging professional athletes to take security precautions after a rash of burglaries targeting players like Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and Joe Burrow. David, the King County Sheriff's Office tells us there have been few residential burglaries in the area, so one of the things investigators will be working to determine is whether Sherman's house was targeted. David? All right, Aaron Katursky, thank you. Tonight, authorities in San Diego investigating the death of a 9-year-old girl following a dental procedure. She was under anesthesia. Dreamtime Dentistry saying the patient was continuously monitored and showed no signs of complications and was, quote, discharged in stable condition. The medical examiner's report says she was still asleep when they sent her home. She was later pronounced dead at the hospital. Still no exact cause of death from authorities. When we come back here tonight, we remember a beloved actor, his famous movies and TV miniseries, and thousands of fan letters, and more than a dozen Tesla vehicles set on fire, violence targeting Tesla dealerships spreading, and where this played out. We turn to the index of other news tonight. Violence targeting Elon Musk's Tesla vehicles spreading beyond the U.S. now. Tonight, the pictures from Rome. Italian police say at least 16 Teslas were destroyed by fire at a dealership. The company has been given police surveillance video recorded by the vehicles as they were being targeted. For the first time, we hear from astronauts Butch Wilmore and Sonny Williams after that very long trip to space. Their 8-day mission, of course, turning into nearly a year after the trouble-plagued Boeing Starliner kept them at the International Space Station. Today, Commander Wilmore was asked if there's any blame.
There were questions that I, as the commander of the spacecraft, that I should have asked, and I did not. At the time, I didn't know I needed to. And maybe you could call that hindsight, but I'll start and point the finger and I'll blame me.
We're glad they're both back and safe. Both astronauts say they would fly in the Starliner again. The Yankees starting the new season with a record-tying 15 home runs in the first 3 games. Many now saying it's the bats. Several players using newly designed so-called torpedo bats. The weight of the bat shifted more toward the center, allowing for better contact, they say, giving the bats a bowling pin shape or torpedo. 5 Yankees have homered at least once using the bats. Other teams obviously taking notice here. When we come back here tonight, we remember a beloved actor, his many unforgettable roles, and the fan letters by the thousands. Finally tonight here, a film star, a TV star, and the king of the miniseries. In the world of television miniseries, Richard Chamberlain was the biggest star.
You look lovely, Maggie.
A priest wrestling with forbidden love on the Thornbirds in 1983.
You love me?
But I love God more.
More than 130 million viewers tuning into ABC.
If only I could make you understand what being a priest means to me.
His classic looks and on-screen talent made him an overnight sensation.
Oh, doctor.
As the compassionate Dr. Kildare in 1961.
This is Dr. Kildare.
What, are you blind? You just don't care.
It was said he would get 12,000 fan letters a week, and his first Golden Globe for that. Born in Beverly Hills in 1934, Chamberlain set his sights on Hollywood after serving as an Army infantry clerk in Korea.
Maybe we follow the river to a golden sun.
Or to a golden city.
He would go on to star in more than 24 plays, films, and miniseries.
Bonjour. Mr. Darmacourt, please. Jason Bourne calling.
The film adaptation of Shakespeare's Julius Caesar.
Now, Anthony, I hope Sir answer it.
You great overgrown child!
The Three Musketeers in 1973. A year later, The Towering Inferno.
The women are gone. We are going next.
Chamberlain later earning a second Golden Globe for the original miniseries Shogun.
Ie Yabanjin. Watashi wa samurai.
Richard Chamberlain passed away 2 days short of his 91st birthday. And when he was asked through the years how he wanted to be remembered, he said he was not interested in that. He was truly grateful, though, for the life he got to live.
Not everybody I'm going to cry now, in life gets their absolute wishes answered. You know, it doesn't happen to that many people. And I'm so grateful for it.
Remembering Richard Chamberlain tonight. Great to be back with you. I'll see you right here tomorrow. Good night.
Thank you for making World News Tonight with David Muir, America's most watched newscast.